when we're now going through this pile, you can do it by subcategory. So, and maybe especially when you do it for the first time, you should do it in terms of first go through all the t-shirts you have, and then go through all the pants, through all the shoes or whatever. So every subcategory, like blouses, skirts, and so on, because it will just help you to estimate the amount you own. Some people will be surprised how many socks they have or how many t-shirts they have. It also maybe is for them then easier to let go of things, or to realize this is just my absolute favorite piece of clothing, or this type of clothing, so I keep it. All right, so how do we do this now? We take every single item in our hand, and it's important to have this physical connection and just feel in our body, do we love it or not? And I love Fanta, but I just don't love the hat. It doesn't sit on me really well. That's why I don't wear it. And that's why this thing has to go. Thank you, hat, for showing me that cappies are actually difficult for my hat to wear. So I let you go. So also another tip while sorting through books is don't start reading in them. If you, for example, I was taking a look at this journal, and because there's nothing written on it, I had no idea what's in there, so it's okay to look in there. But with these books, you know what's going to be in there, so don't start reading, because as soon as you do, all these memories come back and you get lost in the process, and you just you move away from your heart and then your head. So you don't need to read the books to remember or to know if you like a book or not. So if you have a book in your hand, just touch them from the outside. Decide within your body, within your heart, do you love this book? Do you want this book to accompany you in your future life? Yes or no? And the answer is no, then it's okay to sort it out. Sorting out paper feels a bit different than sorting out books or clothes. It is based on the same method, that's why I'm saying it feels different, because I'm holding here a bill in my hand, and can I say from the first look, does it spark joy? No. Do I have to keep it? Yes. Because paper, a piece of paper or a bill doesn't make us happy on the first sight. But what I bought with this, that makes me happy. And that I have to give it to my tax attorney to get some tax back. That makes me happy too. So the bill itself, no, it doesn't make me happy. But what I got from it, and also the fact that I can do my tax declaration with it, so it makes me happy. So I'm going to keep it. So this is kind of the mentality you have to have while going through this, especially if you conquer bills or checks or anything. Have in mind with paper that maybe not on the first sight things make you happy, but the function behind or the meaning behind it. And if you look at something and was like, yeah, the bill doesn't make me happy, and what I got from it also not, then maybe you should take a look also on your finances and think what you spend your money about, and if you get rewarded for the money that you spend it with the things that you get. So I'm just going through my hair care decoration items, and I think in this category it can be a good reminder for yourself to just think about which of them you actually use and how many of them you haven't used. For example, I love these, but I just never wear them, so I'm gonna donate them. Also, like this pins, I actually just got that last year, but also I don't use it. So I don't want to be a person in future who takes a lot of time for hair styles or getting ready. So I want to be quick, I want to be easy, I want to dedicate my time to things that are important to me, my family, my job, my personal care. And so I'm just gonna get rid of all the things where I'm never gonna end up doing my hair anyhow, because it's not the person I want to be. So in case you're wondering what am I doing here, or how I'm doing this, I'm going now through each pile one after another. And but how do I sort out? You saw that some cards I toss away, some I keep, some I'm reading through it. So first of all, it's okay to read through them, because some cards, they just don't tell you anything, read through them and then decide. I mean, especially if okay, I have like 4 or 5 cards or sometimes 10 cards from one person. There are just some cards where there's like happy birthday, or it's a postcard from where they went on vacation, and I loved them. They made me happy at the moment when they gave it to me. They have a beautiful motif on the cover or whatever. And then the card fulfilled its purpose. You know, it's like a gift. I received the card. I was so happy they thought of me that moment, that they took the time on vacation to write a postcard. And that fulfilled the moment. And then it's okay to put those cards away. But then there are some cards, like this one is a pile, where a friend, for example, asked me to be her maid of honor, which was just an honor. Maid of honor was such an honor for me. So I could never put this card away. Or here she wrote me a text about how important I am for her and that she couldn't have imagined the year without me. And these are just like texts which are really close to my heart, which resemble the person that I am and I want to be. And also, I always have in mind this moment when I'm feeling down, I have not a good day, like to put out the box or the folder where I keep all these cards and read through them and remind me of all the great people I have in my life and the great friendships and the great things that happened. And so these are the cards that I'm going to keep, which are, you could actually call them evergreens. You know, some cards are meant to be for this year, for this birthday, for this occasion, but some cards are evergreens. They define your life. They define the person you are. And these are the memories that I'm actually keeping. So this is how I'm now going through this card.